Hello, hello. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Perfect.
And we are also streaming live on YouTube. Can I get Whoa, there it is.
No feedback.
All right. Sorry about that, everybody. All right. Can I get a thumbs up or something in the YouTube chat if anybody on YouTube can hear me as well? I'll be watching out for those. All right, Don, how are you doing today?
Doing incredible. Doing incredible. Good to see everybody. Aventus, Patrick, Amika, and DGen with the great background pick. Love it.
Yeah, we do have some exciting updates to talk about today. We're going to give it just another minute or two before we dive in. We do expect more people to jump in as time goes on, but for those who are on time, we don't want to keep you waiting. So, for those if you have not yet, make sure to after the stream, and I'm going to post it to the top of the stream now, but we have shared two very in-depth tweets or posts that outline all the major updates or most of the major updates that we have just come out with. So we're going to be discussing those today, as well as what we're currently working on in the background and what is coming in the near term future. So if you have any questions throughout, feel free to jump up, request the mic, ask your questions, and we will do our best to answer any and all questions.
And if you haven't already, please retweet this space. Let people know that we're here. And if you do have some questions and you don't want to jump up and speak, feel free to reply to this space with what those questions are.
Yes, sir. Great point. So if you hit the little comment button in the bottom right, you can leave comments there. And if you hit the arrow on the top of your screen, the arrow with the box, you can share the space. So if you let people know we're here, let people know the space is going on, that would be great and appreciated. All right, Don, well, I say let's go ahead and jump into it. What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right. So what we're going to do here is this is actually going to be a bit more of a technical space in that we're going to actually break down these updates that we tweeted out. If you just wanted the high level overview, by all means, check out those tweets that I pinned to the top here. That it has kind of all the bullet points, but what we wanted to do is really dive into these updates, talk about what they look like, talk about what they mean, talk about why they're awesome, and give you an opportunity to tell us you love it, to tell us you dislike it, and to request things about it that you would like to see. Because when we say that we're a product built by the people for the people, we really mean that. And those who have been with us for years at this point can attest to we are always engaging with the community. We are always getting feedback and we are always trying to implement the features and services that the users, our user base, our community is actually utilizing. This isn't, hey, we give you something and you be happy with it. This is let's build the next crypto wallet of the future. We actually mean that when we say that. And so we appreciate everybody who has been a part of the community and continues to give us that feedback because without it, we couldn't accomplish that mission. So, diving into it first, we've released one major update and then one smaller update following that one. So, the major update was version 1.24.9. But if you have your wallet downloaded, the most relevant version is version 1.25.5. So but 1.24.9 had all of the major updates, and then the newest version just had some small things that were found after we pushed the major update, which is par for the course in software for those that know. So, starting off, a couple of smaller things that we have added to this version. And again, we'll open it up for questions at the end of every little section here. This is actually a big request we had gotten, and you'll notice that if you go into your account screen now and look at your assets, you're going to see that for all assets you have imported, even if you don't have any of that particular token, you're going to see a price change indicator. Now, this is cool because it'll show you the positive or negative price update within the last 24 hours. So, for those that don't know, the Internet Money Wallet has accurate pricing for all assets to different blockchains. So, if it has a price on Dex Screener or Dex Tools, it's going to have a price within the Internet Money Wallet. So, you're actually able to accurately track the prices of all of your assets. Now, not only are you able to accurately track the price, you're able to see the price performance over the last 24 hours. Red for negative, green for positive, gray for neutral. So that was a one that was heavily requested. We were excited to bring that. We also updated this was a smaller update, but we changed the look and flow of some of the buttons on the account screen as well, made them more vibrant. That's actually something that's an ethos you're going to see with the wallet from here going forward. Is the first 2 years of us building was all about getting that base functionality secure and stable. And now that we've accomplished that, we're now entering into a process where we are enhancing the user interface and quote beautifying the wallet. So you're going to see a lot of updates coming out that are centered around making it look quote prettier. We also added support. Now, this is actually a really, really exciting one. Another heavily requested feature is you'll notice this when you are going to do some send transactions on Pulse Chain and Ethereum. We now have ENS or PNS support. You could also know them as .eth or .pls domain names. So whenever, for example, my public domain name is the wizard emoji, literally the wizard emoji .pls on Pulse Chain. I have some other ones on Ethereum and some other chains as well. But now, instead of having to have a public address to send crypto to and from your friends or other people, you can simply just have their .pls or their .eth domain names. And by sending to those, you will see that it will resolve to the proper address. Now, this is very, very awesome, especially if you're somebody who it lends itself to being more user friendly because a long string of numbers and characters is far less pleasing and human than saying, "Hey, my friend.eth." So that's been a heavily requested feature. It also backwards resolves. So let's say that you have a .eth or .pls domain name, and people are unaware of what your name is. If they send to your address, it will backwards resolve and show your .eth or .pls domain name. So now in the future, they know what it is and can send also to you that way. We will extend support for this out to other chains, but the .eth and .pls infrastructure is chain specific. So we'll just have to continue to adopt new chains as time goes on. So if there's any chains that you would like that feature for that we do not currently have, please let us know. Don, is there anything you would like to say on that point?
Yeah, I think you're really hitting on the head. We're getting into a point in time in society where crypto is becoming more mainstream, and to be able to easily send in a user-friendly fashion, like you said, myfriend.pls or whatever the address is. Yeah, you're not going to send a 56 character address to somebody, and especially even when you're just sending in general, to be able to check, okay, I'm checking the last 5 digits or the first 5 digits that appear, but you're not actually checking the whole thing, and one little Z or 4 or whatever it is can get you totally wrecked. So making it user friendly, also on Pulse Chain, to have a very optimized experience of assets in the wallet with token logos, contract addresses, and pricing. It really is becoming the foremost best wallet to use, not only just for Ethereum and all these other chains, but also in specific Pulse Chain.
Well said, Don. That is that. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, the contract address button is a new feature as well that we just added this round.
Yes, sir. So yeah, continuing down the account screen, that is another, again, may seem small, but heavily requested, where all of the tokens that you have imported, there will be a little copy button. You can't miss it. That if you hit that, you can copy the token address for that particular token. So we preload a lot of tokens in the Internet Money Wallet. For example, on Pulse Chain, we have about 180 tokens preloaded. On Ethereum, we have about 50 tokens. Binance, we have about 30 tokens. Polygon, we have about 30 tokens. And we're constantly improving that list. What we strive to do on the main networks that we support swapping for is have all the stables, the wrap token addresses, and maybe some popular altcoins. But on Pulse Chain specifically, because it is our quote home chain, we have the most tokens there. But we strive to have the list that large for every network. But point being is you already don't have to worry about contract addresses for most of the assets you're interacting with when you come into the wallet. But now, if you want to verify that we have provided the correct address, which in crypto, one of the most important rules is don't trust, verify, you'll be able to do that. Whether it's for the preloaded popular tokens or it's tokens you import. This is also very important because if you're trying to onboard someone and they say, and you're trying to onboard them into your token, you can just easily get the contract address right there and send it to them. So there's many positive features there as well. And Don, if you could take over for one moment, I'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, when we first set out to, on this mission, it was, oh, hey, welcome everybody. She popped in. Top Gun, good to see you here. Apex also jumped in. Lautaro, good to see you, buddy. What's this? Tang Tugal. YME good. YME God. Makes sense. Pulse Milady.
I am back.
Just shouting everybody out. Kim down there and Mecca. I'm just going to finish the thought after the shout out because, Too Spooky jumped in. What's up, player? The thought really was that when we first set out on this mission, it was to make onboarding into Pulse Chain easy. And just as these updates continue to come out, we just keep on making it really just dummy proof. And one of the most easiest experiences to onboard into Pulse Chain. So with that, go ahead, KG, take the mic back.
Yes, sir. That's actually what I was doing when I said to give me a moment. I saw the Tang Gang was in a space, and I shot them a DM, and they jumped over. So shout out Orange Gooey for bringing over the squad, and it's actually really important that the Tang Gang came over because on Pulse Chain specifically, the Tang Gang seems to be the hub of the Pulse Chain NFT community. And that is one of the biggest updates. That is the flagship update for this release with the Internet Money Wallet. And that is that we now have NFT support within the Internet Money Wallet on Android, iOS, and Chrome across every EVM chain. If your EVM chain supports NFTs, your NFTs will work in the Internet Money Wallet. It will parse the metadata for my NFT nerds accurately. So that way you're able to see the images, see the owner, see the token ID, see the contract address. And if you guys, if the NFT community out there wants more in-depth metadata to show, please let us know, right? Because this is just iteration one. So if you're seeing something in there or you're not seeing something in there that you'd like to see, please let us know. We have a special feature on Pulse Chain that if you own an NFT, it auto detects it and auto imports it for you. So you don't, on Pulse Chain specifically, you don't actually have to know the contract address or the token ID for the NFT that you want to interact with. Now, if you remove the NFT, of course, you'll have to know that it doesn't consistently auto detect. That's a feature, not a bug, right? We didn't want to keep forcing NFTs back into people's wallets that they wanted to get rid of. So when you first load up, and if someone, let's say, sends you one, it's going to populate in there. I did see Too Spooky. I did see a message come through from you. I did respond. Just make sure you update and try again, because when we first released it, we didn't make big announcements about it because there was a couple small things, but it is much more robust now and it should be working completely as expected. And we actually have another feature as well for NFTs, that you can import NFTs that you don't own. Now, we went back and forth on this one, but we also started to consider it as a wish list. So if there's an NFT you have your eye on, you can actually import it. It won't let you send it. Obviously, there's a tag that says you don't own it, but you can import and watch NFTs that you like. Or, hey, man, if someone's less informed, you can trick them and show them that you own all the Bored Apes if you want, I guess. But it is the most robust NFT support on Pulse Chain, period. And actually, the ability to auto import is brought to you by Mintra. They had the infrastructure to make that feature possible. So we have to give Mintra a shout out there, that we were working with the NFT on Pulse team. So I will give them a shout out there as well. But they actually sunsetted and they shut down their infrastructure. So we went complete. This is software for everybody. We went completely through the integration, and then they decided they were turning it off. So, shout out to the NFC on Pulse team for being there in the beginning, but also major shout out to Mintra for coming through and providing that support. So now another cool thing that we had as well regarding NFTs, if you are a .eth or .pls user, we just spoke about it, but I'll quickly reiterate. We now support ENS and PNS domain names in the Internet Money Wallet. So if you're sending to a .eth or .pls, it's going to resolve to the proper address. But also, if you're sending to a public address, it's going to backwards resolve and show you their .eth or .pls domain name as well. Additionally, we have support for the .eth and .pls NFTs. I mean, some people know, some people don't know that when you have your .eth or .pls, while it is a domain name that you can send to, it's also physically either an ERC 721 or an ERC 1155. And you can go in and create a profile for your domain name. You could put a picture, you could put your socials, you could put whatever, many things. You could put a description in there. And so it actually is an NFT itself. And that took special support to be able to parse that metadata and display that information. So that is also live there. I'd be curious with all the people that joined, especially the NFT community, to hear feedback or have questions about NFTs. If there's something that you see in the wallet, whether it's now, whether it's within the coming weeks, if there's something in the wallet that you would like to see for NFT support, please let us know. The next big thing that we want to focus on is for NFTs is price aggregation, right? That's a whole beast in and of itself, but we want to show price of your NFTs. We think that would be really cool. So, okay, we do have a request here. What's going on, Grizzle?
Hey, what's up, KG?
How's it going?
Pretty good, man. Just here at work. About to head back in after break. But I did have a question, man, about the NFT since you were just talking about it. So, if you've participated like in Free Mint Friday with the Tang Gang or anything like that, you'll know that like you got to run the Explorer, like especially on mobile. Is there a way that you guys can implement like the Internet Explorer into your wallet so that you could do like participate in like Free Mint Fridays and minting of NFTs, or is it just strictly like the ability to look at them and send them?
No, great question, Grizzle. So if the DApp that is hosting the mint has Wallet Connect support, you can use your Internet Money wallet to mint the NFTs, period. So 99% of crypto dApps have Wallet Connect support. I know that actually a lot of the Tang Gang websites speak about the Internet Money wallet, and I believe have Wallet Connect support. I can, please correct me if I'm wrong. But
you're 100% correct. I think the weird niche case that Grizzle's talking about is, say he's on mobile, okay? He's like out in the car during Free Mint Friday. And I think that you're still correct. The way to go about it, Grizzle, is you would go on like your phone's internet browser, go to the, say it's on like hexawavecoin.com under the tab or whatever, and then you can click to connect a wallet online, and you can get a text code to copy and paste into the Internet Money Wallet app to get connected, so that when you go back to your web browser and you click mint, it should trigger a request in the wallet. I haven't tried that, so I can't confirm, but I think I've done similar things on a different wallet where I was mobile and I didn't have a wallet that was initially like had an internal browser. So I'd have to double check.
Gotcha.
So,
okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I know I looked a few times and I couldn't figure that portion of it out. So yeah, maybe
I'll
it's
try
just
it today.
user error on my
I'll
part.
spin up like
Okay.
a test third web contract and just try it with an embed code. And if I can get it to work, I'll do a screen record on my phone to show like the process of going and getting it connected and using just the copy paste link to trigger the contract. I can't guarantee it'll work, but I'll give it a try.
Dope.
so,
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
so to piggyback on that, yes, you are correct in that there is that code you could copy and paste, but when the dApp, most dApps make it even easier that all you have to do is when you go to click connect wallet on the dApp, you're going to see options like MetaMask or Coinbase wallet or whatever. But there's another option that just says wallet connect. And you click that, and then you can just search Internet Money wallet. And then it just takes you right to the wallet and just has a whole clean user experience. We have a video on our YouTube channel that we did a comprehensive walkthrough of how to connect to the dApps. It's long because we're explaining all these things, but the actual process of it, once you get it one time, it's super simple. And it actually applies to not just our wallet. There's hundreds of wallets supported by Wallet Connect across hundreds of chains. So Wallet Connect is the biggest provider for bridging that gap of wallets connecting to dApps. So shout out to Wallet Connect there. We actually work very closely with that team. So they're a great team. They're doing awesome things for the space.
Hey, real quick, if you're in the Tang Gang, you are contractually obligated to repost the room real quick. Let's try to bump it up over 100. We've got 75 in here. I said we'd bring 50. Let's bring 50 more from the greater community. Go and repost the room. And then when you're done with that, there's a pinned post up at the top. It's Internet Money Wallets post. And it's got the kind of the book of text. We do more JPEGs where we're from, but it's got the written explanation of the updates. So go and bump the numbers for them because they've been leaning in from day one of the Tang Gang. They have the Hex Orange Address meme coin in their buy and burn feature. They supported Pepe, before there was a Tang Gang. So these guys are the real deal, and we want to make sure that we get as many eyes and ears in here. It's a recorded space, and KG and Don do a good job of putting information in that we can go back and listen to.
Hey, appreciate that, and truly appreciate the community supporting us, propagating us. And if you want to share Internet Money JPEGs, please do. Our job as the founding team is to put out the information, right? The facts, the updates, the development. But it takes a community to win in crypto. And so, yeah, if you guys want to go out and memeify things, memes are absolutely welcome. Please do.
I actually, dude, in our last space, I won't show or anything, but we were talking about a meme coin, and I'm like scrounging around for PLS, and then it hit me in the head like a bag of oranges. I was like, I have time that's been sitting in my wallet forever, and I
Let's
never
go.
scrape the dividends. And I was like, yes, free roll.
Love it. Love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
just want to say, to the Tang Gang, really appreciate all the support, and Gooey, especially you, brother. You've been there from the beginning, and definitely appreciate all that you do. I see a lot of familiar faces in here: CZ, Tangent, Spooky, Nas, Bullish, all you guys. And I'm not gonna name everybody, but you've all been there, and really appreciate everything. So thank you all.
It's mutual. Much respect, much love. I'm actually going to hop down because I end up talking too much when I'm on speakers, but I'm enjoying the space, loving the info. I'm pretty sure I'm updated I think I updated when you guys first announced, but I'll go and double check because I'm going to try and give it a roll on a mint the way that we would do it for a Free Mint Friday. And if I get it to work, then I'll just record a little video so that and we'll circulate it through our Telegram and stuff like that.
thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate you bringing people over, spreading the word, making the content. That's how we're going to grow.
You bet.
So, okay. So those were and again, if anybody has any other questions, feel free to hop up, request the mic. This is an open space. I'm going to pivot from NFTs for just a moment and talk about some other smaller features that we brought to this update. So we've made a lot of UI and UX enhancements. If you not feel it, UI is user interface. It's physically what you're interacting with. UX is user experience. It's how seamless and nice something is to interact with. So we've made a lot of enhancements in the wallet in that category as well. So you'll notice on the SYN transaction screens, on the dApp transaction screens, on the swap transaction screens, and on the sweep and claim transaction screens if you're a time holder. And actually what Orange Gooey was talking about there is if you're a time holder, you actually earn passive income in Pulse, ETH, BNB, or Matic, depending on what chain you hold time on. And that is generated from our in-app swap feature within the wallet. Different story though. So as far as the transaction screens, you'll see now that there's more relevant information on those screens and it is more cleanly presented. We added things like USD value for gas costs, things like that. We've also removed a lot of irrelevant information that was there. when we first built the wallet, it was like, give the users as much information as possible, which actually turned out to not be the right course of action. It was great for the power users, but the power users can already find that information if they go on chain anyways. And we provide links to that. But we presented it in a more clean and user-friendly fashion. We've also added an awesome feature that if you have a pending transaction, this is something we see very, very often when users are using other wallets on Pulse Chain. And the two other big ones that we see on Pulse Chain are MetaMask and Rabby. And great wallets, they've built awesome technology, but what they have not done is optimize their wallets for Pulse Chain. That's just an objective fact. And so what we see very often when people are using those wallets is stuck transactions. People missing out on these launches, or just transactions taking 30 or more minutes or never going through at all. That's not me as the founder of this wallet saying that. I objectively see that all day on Twitter, Telegram, Reddit, at least one post a day. Why are transactions stuck? Why can't I swap on PulseX? These things. Well, that's because they're not handling Pulse Chain gas properly. And so the Internet Money Wallet does. It is optimized for Pulse Chain. And it works with all EVM chains as well, just like MetaMask, just like Rabby. But with the special addition that it is optimized for Pulse Chain's unique nuances. Now, all that was to say, A, you don't experience stuck transactions with the Internet Money Wallet on Pulse Chain. And in the off chance, the rare off chance you do, we have a new feature for all transaction types that if you go to your pending transaction, you can hit a button and it repopulates all the details of whatever transaction you were doing and resubmits it with higher priority gas. So in the event that it is stuck, and this actually applies for all chains, not just Pulse Chain, you can resubmit your transactions quickly, easily, simply. Whether it's a DApp transaction, a swap transaction, one button repopulates everything and gets you on your way. So all about cleaning things up and enhancing the user experience. Don, do you have anything to say on that point there?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably one of my favorite features, and the fact that we actually overcame that, because again, in the beginning, when the seas were a little more choppy and some of these fast mints were coming out or fast drops were coming out, you needed to get in early. You and I were both experiencing these issues, and the awesome thing about being wallet founders and users is that we experience the same issues as the people out there, and then we say, you know what, fuck, excuse my language, screw that, I don't want that anymore, let's do something about it. And we did, and we made an awesome experience that it doesn't happen anymore. So I love that.
That's a great point. A lot of the things we build are because we as users ourselves haven't found those things in crypto. So very well said. All right. Also, I'm going to continue on here. So again, I spoke about this a little bit earlier, but for those that don't know, we preload tokens in the Internet Money Wallet. So if you're, we only support that right now on the chains that we support in-app swapping for, and that's Pulse Chain, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon. Well, on Pulse Chain specifically, the list has gotten to about 180 tokens. The Tangang keeps launching tokens, and so that list keeps growing so fast. But and in general, lots of projects coming out with tokens, and that's great because it's showing a vibrant ecosystem. But point being is that list has grown. So we now have a search bar where, let's say you just want to find the forked stable coins. Okay, well, you can find those. If you want to find the Tangang tickers, okay, you can find them by searching the ticker name. So we added a search bar there, which was another heavily requested feature. We also added some more better pop-ups when you're submitting transactions and things like that. So where we're showing now account information and just giving more user guidance in general. So that just overall enhancing the user experience. If you are a time holder, we have made that dividends tracking screen much more robust. So you're able to actually see the US dollar value of all the dividends you've earned. It's much cleaner, more stats there. So if you are a time holder, make sure you check out that screen. And other than that, it's just a bunch of small updates that amount to an overall big experience enhancement within the wallet. And we've squashed a lot of bugs that were reported as well. So if you have a few moments later today, whenever, click the tweet in the top of the nest here and check out those updates. And if you have any specific questions about any of them, let us know. Don, I would like to pivot into what we're working on now and what's coming in the future. And if there's anything specifically that you would like to touch on regarding new updates.
Last thing is just that the current version, I know you said this before, but for the new people that joined, is 1.25.5. And you can find that information when you download the wallet. You go to About, you go to Settings, About, and then it'll tell you 1.25.5. Other than that, let's get to the future, baby.
Okay, I love it. I will say the very last update in terms of bugs that I'd like to talk about wasn't affecting everybody, but for those that it was affecting, they're really going to appreciate this. Some users were experiencing a bug when connected to a VPN that the wallet would hang on seed phrase creation or importing. That has been resolved. So, Internet Money Wallet completely operable, functional with your VPNs now. We already collect no data at all in any way, shape, or form. Zero data collection going on in the Internet Money Wallet, but you can couple that now with full VPN usage. So, transitioning into what we're working on right this very second. Okay, we're working on some small things, but the big things and the most exciting things that we're working on, and I'm going to consider it game changing for the wallet. Like this update that we just came out with put the wallet in a whole other category in terms of reliability, functionality, NFT support, clean user interface. Now we are working on cross chain swapping and fiat on and off ramping. So the cross chain swap in the beginning is going to support about 13 different EVM chains. But the infrastructure is going to be in place where we can transition into the wallet and supporting non-EVM chains like Bitcoin, like Chia, like Cardano, like Solana, like whatever. So the cross-chain infrastructure that we're supporting right now can be easily expanded into those networks. So this is the foundation and it is a stepping stone. That's also bullish because if I don't know, let's say you want to swap in and out of Pulse Chain, in and out of Base, you want to just bridge your Base to Pulse Chain, your ETH to ZK era Snark, whatever, you'll have that ability to do that right from within the wallet. Now, in terms of fiat on and off ramping, that is going to support all the same chains that the cross chain swapping does. So, yes, that does include Pulse Chain. There will be a fiat on and off ramp in and out of Pulse Chain within the Internet Money Wallet on Android, iOS, and Chrome. And that will support, I believe, 30 different currencies, maybe even more, but a minimum of 30 different currencies. You'll be able to on and off ramp in and out of Pulse Chain and about 12 other EVM chains when we launch that feature, which will also inevitably open up the feature to supporting currency displays within the wallet. So right now we only support USD display, but because we're going to open up the world to fiat on and off ramping in 30 or more different currencies. We're also going to work towards supporting those currencies in app as well, which also inevitably opens up the door for, well, if we're supporting those currencies, we should support those languages. So what we're working on right now is fiat on and off ramping for about 13 different EVM chains, including Pulse Chain, cross chain swapping for about 13 EVM chains, including Pulse Chain, as well as multi-currency and multilingual support within the wallet. And that may sound like, oh, that's going to take them 10 years. Now, I'm not going to set time expectations, but we're already making a lot of progress on that. And I believe those features to be a lot closer than further away. So if we'll keep you updated, I'm not going to give time expectations, but that is the team's full focus right now. And we are trying to be snappy with it. So keep your eyes out for updates regarding cross chain swapping and fiat on and off ramping within the wallet. Now, what's one more point there? What's really cool is a third party is handling the fiat on and off ramping. Why is that cool? Because again, Internet Money Wallet will not be the custodian of your data. We will still retain no user information, no user data, and everything you do will be with somewhere else. And we could dive into that, of course, but that's very important. Always retaining and collecting no user data is such an important place to be because it allows us to stay completely compliant and it allows us to protect our users because we never have anything that can be exploited on behalf of our users. It's the reason why other wallets aren't doing this. I don't know. And well, I do know because they want your data because they're selling it. But that's a different story. Does anybody have any questions on that point, or does Don, do you have anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, not collecting data makes it very difficult to troubleshoot technical issues. So all we have really to go on is user feedback, but that's another story. And I want to touch base on how big it's going to be once we have the fiat on and off ramp into Pulse Chain and the cross chain bridging complete. Because again, like we first set out to do, onboard new users into crypto through Pulse Chain, we got to go where those users are. And you can't go over to one of these other chains that are blowing up right now that it's like, hey, come over here, but let's make it difficult for you to do so. We're creating the product where every one of us can go out and hunt and kill as many people as we can, and figuratively speaking, obviously, in a way where the tools that you have to do it, the spears in your hand, the guns in your hand, whatever you want to call it, the tools that you have to do it are going to be better than any other tool out there to accomplish your mission. So when you jump into all these other spaces out there and you want to bring people over into Pulse Chain, it's going to be the easiest thing to do, where everything's preloaded, everything's right there for you, on and off with a credit card, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Visa, MasterCard, 40, 30 plus different currencies. Yeah, it's going to be a no-brainer and real easy to do. And that's what we set out to do. That's how we'll make the chain grow. And it is up to us, nobody else. When I say us, I mean every one of us in this room and every other community member that's not here on Twitter. It's not up to Richard Hart to do it. It's up to us to do it. And these are the ways that we can do it.
Well said. And I will just double clarify, didn't actually mean killing people, definitely figuratively speaking, because like Don was saying, if whatever ecosystem it is, whether it's Pulse Chain or Insert Chain here, if you want that ecosystem to grow, people have to come into the ecosystem and build on, interact with, create content around, support the ecosystem. And you're not gonna accomplish that by staying in your house and telling people and not telling people you're having a party. So well said. Good point, Don.
Thank you.
Okay. Also, what we're working on as well, this has been by heavy request. So we do have an in-app DEX aggregator on Android, iOS, and Chrome that currently exists on PulseChain, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and Polygon. It's the best place to swap on PulseChain. You get the highest yielding trades. It's apologies. Can you hear me still?
Yep, can hear you now. You just cut out for a minute.
Okay. Searches more liquidity than anywhere else on PulseChain. And we're working towards making that claim on Binance, Ethereum, and Polygon. But there are a lot bigger ecosystems. So a lot more to support there. But it's still an amazing place to swap on Ethereum, BSC, and Polygon. But on PulseChain, it is the best place to swap, period. So right now, that feature is only in app. One question and request we get basically every day is, can we bring that out of the app? And the answer is yes. That's what we're working on as we speak as well. We are working towards bringing our DEX aggregator to our DApp on our website. So whereas we would love for you to use the Internet Money Wallet to utilize our swap, you don't have to when that comes into existence. You'll be able to use whatever wallet you want, and you can take advantage of our DEX aggregator on those 4 chains that I had mentioned. And that one has been by heavy request. So we have one aspect of our team working on all the fiat on-ramping cross-chain swapping, and another aspect of our team working on bringing our DEX aggregator to our DApp. And outside of those 3 very big features, which we truly believe are going to bring the wallet and our ecosystem into a whole other category, there's other little enhancements going on all the time. And for those little ones, we'll keep you updated. But the flagship, so to speak, is those 3. And if anybody has any questions on those, anything else we spoke on, this is an open floor, open mic. Feel free to jump up, ask any questions you may have. And Don, do you have anything else you'd like to say there? Or I'm going to transition into the final point, if not.
The only statement there is, there's a saying that you eat an elephant by taking one bite at a time. And I think that's what we're doing now, is just taking one bite of this elephant at a time to create everything that we need in this ecosystem.
Agreed. We've been building consistently for about 2 years now. And if you go to our website, internetmoney.io/stats, you'll see that we've been growing consistently for those 2 years. We're about to reach 50,000 downloads across Android, iOS, and Chrome. We're averaging right now about 90 new downloads a day. 90 a day. Yeah, we could look at other products that have been around for 8 years and compare those numbers. And yeah, you could find ways to not think that's incredible, but it is incredible. Think about right now, 90 people that you know, having them over at your house for a dinner party. And then imagine having 90 new people every single day of every single week, of every single month, of every single year. 90 new people at your house for a dinner party. When you think about it that way, it's actually an incredible thought that 90 new human beings are downloading the wallet every day. So that average does fluctuate. Some weeks it's 60 people per day, 60 downloads per day. Some weeks it's 150 downloads per day. So we're fluctuating in a range where we're about 90 downloads a day on average. So we are growing, and it's not just PulseChain. We talk about PulseChain a lot because that's our home base. We want to bring people in. We believe in the ecosystem, but we are a multi-chain product. We're constantly engaging with other communities, other blockchains. And we have people, our Telegram chat is almost at 7,000 members. In a quote bear market, when things are depressing and sad, we've continued to grow. This year, we've added about 2,500 members to our Telegram since the first of the year. So we're consistently growing. There's people that are in our community that have never heard of Pulse Chain. Never. We're onboarding into Pulse Chain daily. We are making crypto easy for people daily. There's people in our communities that we're the only crypto wallet they've ever had. They've started crypto by finding us on the App Store, right? They didn't find us on Twitter. They didn't find us on Telegram. They searched crypto wallet or whatever they searched and found us in the App Store. That's one thing about the Internet Money Wallet that has to be understood is it's degrees beyond just a contract. Actually, if you go to our repo, internetmoney.io/open source, because we are an open source wallet, you'll see that currently our infrastructure is leveraging like 25 smart contracts, DEX aggregators, tokens, buy and burns. We are on the 3 world's largest app stores: Android, iOS, and Chrome, Apple App Store, Google Play, Chrome Web Store. We are a complete full-bodied ecosystem that is continuing to grow. It's continuing to spread throughout the world. And it's something that can actually bridge the gap of non-crypto people to crypto people and beginner crypto people to experienced crypto people. No matter what you're doing in crypto, you need a wallet. At some point, you need a wallet. The wallet is arguably the quote best product in crypto because it's the one that everybody needs. And the better the wallet, the more user friendly the wallet, and the more feature intensive the wallet, the more relevant that wallet's going to be. And meanwhile, if you're a time holder, you're getting paid directly along with our growth in an immutable, trustless fashion. And if that doesn't get your DeFi hearts excited, I don't know what to tell you.
Well said, man. Well said.
Okay, so with that, where we're going next is the big thing that we're going to be working on, kind of following everything else that we just spoke on, is launching our DEX aggregator, our in-app swap feature, and our token time on other networks. So the first 3 networks that we've identified are Base, Avalanche, and Arbitrum. So we will be bringing in-app swapping to Base, Arbitrum, and Avalanche. The first chain that we've identified that we're going to go to first is Base. It seems to be one of the most robust EVM chains, if not the most robust EVM chain right now. It's got a lot of activity over there, and it's a great blockchain. And so you'll be able to swap in-app on Base. And actually, since the Tang Gang is in here, yes, 9mm will be supported there as well. It's currently supported on Pulse Chain. You can swap on 9mm V2 and V3 right from within the wallet. But on Base, you will also be able to do that as a part of our in-app swap. And we will also launch time there. So one cool thing we do as a project too is one of our other tokens, Future. Now you can read all about our tokens on our website, but we've talked about time. Future's only purpose is to receive airdrops. So if you hold Future on either Ethereum or Pulse Chain, only get those contract addresses from the website at internetmoney.io/future. You'll get a 1-to-1 airdrop of time as it launches on every Future EVM chain. So for example, when we initially launched time, it only launched on Ethereum, Binance, and Pulse Chain. So future holders have already gotten an airdrop of time on Polygon. And if they continue to hold their future, they're going to get an airdrop of time on Base. And if they continue to hold their future, they're going to get an airdrop of time on Avalanche and Arbitrum, and insert chain ABC here. You continue to get one-to-one airdrops. So 100% of the time supply on a new EVM chain is airdropped to future holders. So if you have 1% of the future supply, you're going to get 1% of the time supply on the new network. Now, if all that's mumbo jumbo and you're new to the ecosystem, go to the website, internetmoney.io, and take a look and read it. Join our Telegram if you have more questions. But the summary there is that we will be launching on new chains, supporting new in-app swap features on new chains, and we will be launching time on those chains, and holding time on those chains will earn you passive income in that native coin. That's what time does. You don't have to stake it, you don't have to lock it. You simply hold it, and you can claim your passive income as frequently or infrequently as you choose. And so that is the big thing we're working on next. And the secondary thing that we will continue working on is continuing to refine and enhance the user interface. So we want to introduce some new skins to the wallet as well, where maybe the skin we see now is the dark mode. But we want to also have other versions that are really centered around making it user friendly and, quote, pleasing to the eye. Don, that is all I have. If you have anything, please speak on it. But also, anybody, we're going to open the floor for discussion. If people have questions, we'll stick around and answer them, whatever your questions may be. Happy to answer questions on the wallet specifically, anything we talked about, future plans, current plans, whatever it is. Floor is open. If nobody has any questions, then we'll close it down. Don, anything there?
No, I love where we're headed. I love what we accomplished. I love where we're going. Couldn't be more bullish on our ecosystem. And we got through a really tough part, which is finding our sea legs and getting on some stable ground. Not just from our standpoint, but just the community as a general, and Pulse Chain is in general. There's a lot of nuances there that, from a technical perspective, that we didn't know. We collectively, as the community developers, didn't know how to work through them. Found a way. Now I feel really good about the base that we're setting. I said this all the time in the beginning. We got to build our vanilla ice cream first. Our vanilla ice cream has to be the best vanilla ice cream that we could possibly make. Well, now we have it. Our vanilla ice cream is made. Now we're going to add some sprinkles, some whipped cream, some caramel sauce, all the good stuff. And that's the process. That's the stage that we're at now. And it's very, very exciting to be here. Very happy, very proud of UKG for all that you've accomplished. Very proud of our supporters out there for sticking with us and not being afraid to tell people about us. So thank you all in the community that has supported us in the past.
Agreed. Because no project can do it alone. No founding team can do it alone. No dev can do it alone. A project is nothing without its community. And our community has been awesome. The quote auxiliary communities have been awesome. That's the cool thing about the Internet Money Wallet is you can be in any community. You don't have to be an Internet Money Maxi. Just use it. What you already do in DeFi, just use the wallet. Give it the wallet a try. If you haven't used it yet because of reason ABC, give it a try. Put $1 in there. Put no dollars in there. Test it out. Click around. Find things you don't like about it. Tell us. We'll make it better. Find things you like about it. Tell us. We'll still make it better. There is no risk to download it and look at it. Give it a try. Let us know what you think. Android, iOS, and Chrome. We got some speakers, twice security audited, open sourced. Hey, Tim. Tim, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Doing good?
Doing well, my friend. How are you?
Well, thank you. I know that you're getting ready to cut out, and I will go back and listen to most of this. I was just getting off the phone on some business stuff, and so tried to listen through with what I'm doing. But anyhow, hey, I just want, being the average user, I'll just take a minute and I'll get out of the way. 'Cause I know you guys are getting ready to cut out. And Don, by the way, Don, that was fantastic.
Thanks, Tim. Appreciate your support.
I've been using it, let's say, about a year, and I was a MetaMask Maxi. How about that one, huh? And bouncing around, trying to figure out different things and all this stuff. When you started, I think it was 2 years ago or whenever it was, I just kind of followed you. I just jumped on and I started following you. I followed the different things you were doing. I guess what is so fantastic about this is it's exactly what he's saying, guys. You can swap inside Pulse Chain. I am definitely 85% of my investments are in Pulse Chain. Right inside the wallet. It is unbelievably easy, and I am not a techie. I am just the worst. I don't do LP. I don't do any of this other nonsense. I buy, I hold. And my number one thing I do is I hold the time token. And I'm into millions of those. And that is just like super easy. And you make pulse on it. It's just beautiful, you know? So great job on the improvements, because you're watching as you're asking the community, hey, do you like this or do you like that? And over the last year, especially the last 6 months, the improvements have been exponentially fantastic. You got NFTs now. I don't have any in Pulse Chain, but I mean, how freaking cool is that? The swap thing feature is working better, faster, and more accurate. The moving from chain, which I only do Ethereum and Pulse Chain, is even better, which I didn't think was possible, but it is. The connectivity to different apps, dApps, that has been phenomenal the last 3 months, because that's the only reason I had to keep using MetaMask. And I would just empty it out, move everything, leave a little Pulse, leave a little Ethereum over there to pay for gas fees and stuff. And I would have to go connect to these other things and this and that. Well, I almost don't do that at all now. So I just wanted to jump on, and I want to say thank you to KG and Dawn, and for your team working on this. If you guys are the team, I don't really know all the back channel stuff, but I wanted the average person to know listening that this wallet is so freaking simple that I'm teaching my wife this wallet. She don't know jack shit about crypto other than how do I get my money from here to the bank. And this has literally changed her whole attitude towards crypto. It's been fabulous because it's so easy for her. So just some really cool things on the most simplest level, and just to literally voice thank you. This has been fantastic.
Tim, thank you for jumping up and sharing your experience, sharing your kind words, always sharing your cigar and your whiskey.
Right on.
Shots
Yeah,
in
that too.
the-
lots of wine, cigars, and whiskey. So
Yeah, appreciate you, Tim. Really do. We'll have a cigar one day.
that's beautiful.
Yeah, and Tim, and definitely circle back and listen to all the updates. But quick summary on one particular one that you mentioned was user friendliness. And so right now we are working on cross-chain swapping and fiat on and off ramping. So it should be even easier for you and your wife to do what you have to do.
Right, and I appreciate that. So for me, guys, and I'm not trying to, whatever. I'm not trying to, I don't know what I'm not trying to do. But the thing that has worked fantastic with my Navy Federal Credit Union, without fail, every single time, is Uphold. And I'm not trying to plug that, it just works flawlessly. It's the only one that has worked that flawlessly. And I come in with it and move it into Internet Money Wallet, do what I got to do, and then when it's time, I haven't done it yet, but I just did it a couple times to show my wife that she could do the same thing and how easy it was. We're maybe $100 or something simple where she could do a little bit of moving and seeing it actually work. But I'm excited about that. That is fantastic, because then it just simplifies. It even makes the next step that I'm looking for, which is making sure that my family members that are not so crypto can move into the crypto space over the next year or two to the most simple of modes. And that's why I'm just so excited about your training videos, KG. They're just freaking fabulous. They're just simple, to the point. They're easy. People that my wife and daughter are not crypto people at all, and they watch your videos and go, "Oh my God, I can do that." I mean, and just that's a plug to you, because you are well spoken. You understand. Obviously, you've had some kind of background in doing this stuff, and it connects with them. So it works out really well. So guys, super well done, and I'm excited going forward, because it's just been a year of just awesomeness. Because I don't look for anything. I don't care what comes out. There's a zillion wallets out there. I use 90% of my movement is in the Internet Money Wallet, and the only thing I come in and out on is Uphold, because it works with my credit union. They don't blink at all. So that's my in and out, and everything else is on Internet Money Wallet. It's fabulous. So again, thank you.
Tim, thank you again. And I hope that next time we talk, you make that statement 100% uses on the Internet Money Wallet, because I want sorry, one moment. Because the experience is soon to be, hey, download Internet Money Wallet, pull out your debit card, credit card, buy some crypto.
Beautiful.
That's how simple the experience that is not too far away in the future for us. So
yeah, and not only that, but just the past year. I mean, okay, I mean, you can sit there and say, "Oh, MetaMask has done this or that." I can't get on MetaMask with my bank to save my freaking life. They're like, "Yeah, the hell with that." And to have something as secure with whatever connectivity that I have no idea what the connectivity is with Uphold. I have no clue. It just works. And to have that connectivity where I can just go and it doesn't blink, red flags don't fly, and to have that interconnectivity of on and off all in a particular wallet, or I can move it to a Trezor or whatever, and then move it back on and then come back to the bank. That's it. I just need my wife to know, hey, these investments are going to be worth a lot of money. We have a lot of money invested. And if you need some money, you just pull it out, you bring it to the bank, and you do whatever. It's just trying to keep things simple, and that's honestly, thank you. The past year has been amazing, and I know going forward is going to be even more amazing. And that right there, what you just said, is going to be huge for me, but really for my wife and my daughter. It's going to be awesome.
glad to hear that. And Gooey, I know you jumped up, so I'll pass the mic here to you in one moment. I just wanted to say that, Tim, I appreciate you onboarding your family into not only crypto, but using the Internet Money Wallet. I'm glad to know that those videos I'm making aren't falling on deaf ears. And that gives me encouragement to continue making them, knowing that, hey, they're actually being utilized, because they do take some time to make. And you said, oh, I clearly have experience in this. The experience that I have in making tutorial videos, completely, for my internet nerds, if you've ever been an iPhone jailbreaker, back in the day, I was one of the first YouTube channels making iPhone jailbreaking tutorial content, and it was garbage video quality. I was such a pleb at that time, but I made a bunch of videos. My videos were getting like 100K views on some of them when that wasn't really a thing on YouTube, so that was pretty cool. But I've just been making tutorials because I like tech, I like crypto, I enjoy it. It's kind of a passion. So thank you. I'm glad that you're finding those helpful.
I appreciate you. And again, thank you to your whole team. And it's nice to even the Telegram is just super useful, really friendly, really easy. If you're not being an idiot on there, life should be very simple. And it's just great. So I'll get out of your way, guys. Thank you. It's just I guess I wanted to get on and just say thanks and let people know in this thing that I'm just an average guy. There's nothing spectacular that I'm doing in all this stuff, because you could lose your ass in here too, just as well. And I'm not doing anything spectacular. And I'm replacing all of this I'm doing. I replaced my 401k and IRA. That's what I am. I'm an IRA 401k guy. I make 10 to 12% in those a year. In crypto, I've doubled or tripled, maybe even quadrupled that amount. And buying and holding, buy, hold. And I'm buying at the bottom now. So it's fabulous on Internet Money Wallet. It's just spectacular.
Appreciate you, Tim. Truly.
I'll say something here, and I will be done. Guys, go buy the time token and just start piling into that. I've got a few million tokens, and I'm making probably 25 to 50,000 pulse a week. If it goes to a penny, for crying out loud, you figure that out. So it is such a simple play. And so do yourself a favor and start stacking. I've been stacking that for a year, and that's where I'm at now. So that's a super easy play, and make sure you do that. I hold several billions of the Internet Money Wallet things, Internet Money token thing. I haven't done any of the future stuff, but that Internet with the time token, man, I just stack it. Buy some every week, a little bit. So KG, Don, appreciate you guys. Have a great day.
Likewise, Tim, thank you so much. Truly appreciate you being a part of the community. What's up, Gooey?
Dude, Tim's got me ready to run through a brick wall to get some time token. But I really do I loved hearing that, because I'm a little bit more in the, degen weeds. Like I'm on a bunch of chains, I buy a bunch of coins, I'm helping projects here and there. But I loved hearing the level of confidence that he has with using internet money, and I know the experience of whether it's your wife or your kids or your best friend or whatever, you're trying to explain the crypto stuff to them, and there's just so many gross sticky points that you're never gonna get them to listen. But if you have a wallet where things are safe, they're secure, and then I love how high his conviction is in supporting just the basics. Like, he's got pulse, he's got time, he's DCAing into a high conviction play each week. That's the kind of person that's going to make it in the bull cycle. He's already done great, multiple times his money, but that's the kind of person where didn't get distracted, didn't get, hung up on the shiny objects. That pays off massively when the market comes around. So wanted to echo that, and then super excited to hear about integrating fiat on and off. That's the first thing they asked me too, is okay, so I invest my money, how do I take it to the bank? And Tim's got alpha as well. Use credit unions. Banks, they hate crypto. Go figure. Credit unions seem to not really care. They need the business badly enough that they'll take on the transactions, and I use credit unions too. And then the other thing I wanted to say, other than phenomenal space, really do appreciate the updates. This is downstream stuff. I'm always looking way too far down the road. Whenever you guys may choose to look at Chia as a potential compatible chain, let me know any resources you need. I know all the devs behind all of the wallets. We know all of the community developers behind all of the dApps. Anything that I can do, they have Wallet Connect integrations for Chia dApps, but anything that I can do to get you aligned with the right people for building, you just reach out and I'll be sure to get you the best of the best.
Appreciate that. Such an underutilized or underappreciated appreciated usually position for an individual in crypto. To be the guy that knows the guys, the connector, can't do without him, man. Really appreciate that. And Chia is high on our list. We like Gene, we like the ethos, we like the community.
They would eat up the tokenomics the way you guys, I mean, Tim figured it out, right? And he didn't claim to be a rocket surgeon. I mean, that's kind of the way the Chia community rolls too. They don't buy meme coins. Like we've done community meme coins and stuff, but it's just not. They validate the network. They use offer files to do it's good tech for them. But if you can provide the tokenomics to essentially bring revenue share into the user base, people are already complaining, whining, moaning about wallet experiences over there, because you know how it is to build from scratch. But you guys would pretty much overnight provide that level of like DeFi tokenomics that just isn't prevalent yet in their community. It's so new and so fresh over there that everyone builds kind of the base model, and then you could dream of implementing revenue share, but you guys have taken that approach from day one. And so I think that's something really special that you guys would get a lot of adoption.
Okay, those are the types of things that we need to hear, because we can sit here and launch on new chains all the time, but what does it matter if we're not noticed there, so to speak? So being able to go into a community of people that are ready to support people who support them, that really is the ideal place for us to start deploying, because this stuff takes time. It takes money. It takes talented engineers. It takes dedicated community members. And on top of what we all do professionally, we have lives. We have other hobbies. We got to sleep. We got to eat. So there's only so much time in a day, and you only have so much time in life. Our team would rather spend that time building for a community of people who would utilize and appreciate. So knowing that that's an option on Chia, that just moves it up ranks in my list.
I appreciate it, man. And my final shill is we just, the Tang Gang was recently adopted by Matthew Stintz, who's the founder of Solomon's Lot. They are doing fractionalized real estate on the blockchain. So we have like real businesses with revenue that are trying to tackle the monster of utilizing these wallets and stuff. So the community exists, the businesses are real, and whenever you guys are ready, we'll be the wind in the sails for sure. But that's the end of my shilling for that. I just wanted to make sure you always know you've got support for myself, and I know the Tang Gang as well. And anything that we can do to expedite the build process, happy to provide those resources.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And, something that can always help expedite the build process is, one, we're open source. Send dedicated engineers to the repo and have them start plugging away, opening up PRs. That would be the single most fastest way for anything to be implemented in the Internet Money Wallet that's outside of the team's current focus. So
I'm going to do that today then. I've got 3 people on a hit list I'm going to send that
to. Great. So yeah, that right there, for any community developers, that is one of the primary reasons we went open source, is A, for transparency, B, so you don't have to trust us, but C, we want a vibrant ecosystem, not just with marketing, but with developers, right? That's why Ethereum is what it is. That's why Bitcoin is what it is. One of the primary things they have going for it is a community of talented engineers who find the problems, find what needs to be done, and they do it. So that would be primary way number one. If Chia has community grants, things like that, that could also be something that could be very helpful for us, because again, takes resources to build. So things like that as well could be helpful.
You bet. You all take care. Amazing space. I'll circulate the recording. I'm sure Nas already shared it in the Telegram, but I'll be sure it's in all the channels.
Thank you, brother. Really
Take care,
appreciate
Joey.
it. All right. And I see no other speaker requests, so I'll give you until the end of me saying it's the end of me saying to request a mic if you have any questions. But if there are no other questions, we're going to go ahead and wrap the space up. If you think of something after the space is over, internetmoney.io, that is the source of truth for everything. All of our socials, our open source repo, all of our security audits, our Telegram, our links to download the wallet, token addresses, our DApp, everything, internetmoney.io is the source of truth. Please don't get scammed out there. Please don't go to fake websites. Please don't respond to anybody DMing you on Telegram or Twitter pretending to be support, not just for internet money, period. No legitimate person is going to reach out to you by DM and say, hey, I can help you, just do this. And if you are a legitimate person trying to do that, well, don't do that, right? You can't be a real good person and drive around in a white van and offer kids candy. There's bad optics. So just don't do it. Don't respond to DMs. You're going to get scammed out there. Please be careful. Don, do you have anything to say? And then I'll wrap it up.
You said it all, man. Especially the white man candy reference. Great.
That
great
was
stuff.
edgy. I almost feel like I shouldn't have gone there.
That was
But
funny and inaccurate. It was very accurate and it was funny. No, that's it. That's all I have. I have nothing else to add. Thank you again for everything.
all right. Well, then, oh, Tim, what's up?
No, I was just going to say thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it. I'm glad I got caught it, and I'll finish up what I'm doing, and I'll go back and I'll listen to the recording. So I just wanted to call and say I just wanted to get back on and say thank you.
Thank you, Tim, truly, because without you, we would not be who we are. And that is true for every community member. It's not a meme. We like memes, but this one isn't a meme when we say that. We truly appreciate our community. We want to build and grow together. And just like Gooey jumped up here and said, hey, XYZ regarding Chia, what can we do? That is how a product and a community and an ecosystem grows, and it's together. You could call it corny, you can call it silly. That's fine. I respect your opinion, but I disagree with it because without the community, it is nothing. A product is nothing. And so please come and engage with us. Let us know where we can improve. Let us know what you like. Let us know what's missing. We're here for it. We've been building for 2 years. We plan to continue to build for years in the future. If you're a community developer, come build alongside us. Check out our repo. Submit those PRs. Submit your feature requests. We will give you credit and shout outs. We're here to grow together. And when you're out there operating in the crypto space, remember, don't trust, verify. There's people always out there trying to scam you, trying to steal your money. They want your bags. Do not trust them. I don't care how popular they are, how many followers they have, what they've done for who. Be careful. These people, they want to take your bags. So that's why private crypto wallets, open source crypto wallets, secure crypto wallets are important because they are going to be the primary way, well, a primary way to protect your bags. And as we continue to build, as we continue to develop, as we continue to expand into the zeitgeist of humanity, we want to bring our fellow human up with us. So if you are a person out there who wants to be a part of a community that is building real DeFi technology, that cares about education, that cares about protecting and uprising your fellow human being, the internet money community is for you. We talk about crypto, we educate about crypto, and we sincerely aim to free our fellow human from the shackles of financial suppression, not just by making more ones and zeros in the bank, but also giving humans the ability to transact with money in a way that resonates with who they are. That is crypto. That is financial freedom. And I appreciate everybody's time. We will see you soon. Thank you.